do it.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think he will. I think he's already said that he's done completely. I mean, even those couple of matches he did for Impact weren't even that great. Well, it started recording on its own. Hey, YouTube, It's you boys, Jackrabbit, and of course we got Billy Goat here today.
Hey, guys.
And before we get into anything else, we have to pay the bills, even though it hasn't paid for itself yet. And if you're looking for a cheap lightsaber that's of good quality, check out sabers.masters.com. Their sabers are not expensive, plus they're usually running, I don't know if they're running it right now, a buy one, get one free sale. But just in case they're not, and everything else, and you can still use this code for this, if you type in Jack, all uppercase, I think I said in my last video, I said all lowercase, whoops, no, all uppercase, 67110, it will get you 15% off. So, 15% off already low sabers, that's even better.
Yeah, get those discounts.
Exactly.
You will feel like a Jedi, at least apprentice, when you're holding one of these things.
At least. We've already played around with them. We probably will do another video when I'm in better shape and can actually go full speed. And we hit ourselves in the hand during that video. Like, he hit me, I hit him. I didn't even feel that he hit me.
Yeah,
so sabers are not going to hurt you if you hit yourself with them, but still be careful.
If you get stabbed in the throat, you're going to feel it.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
No, don't do that.
Or get hit in the ass.
You may not feel that, actually, depending. All right. But we're doing our usual shenanigans. All right. So we're going to do a little video podcast for you guys. I don't know what we're going to call this thing. I have not decided.
Yeah, we need a name. What if it's Broship Chat or something, or Talk with Broship?
We'll figure it out. We'll discuss that off camera.
Or Broship live.
No, because then we'd have to make it live, and we don't want to do that. Our shenanigans do not require live.
That's true.
Although that would be pretty funny, but that'd be a video where we're all together for that one. And I think that's the one where we bring in the whole gang.
Yes.
So me, you, the usual contributors. So that would be me, you. Actually, it wouldn't be that many people because it's only me, you, and Angel and Viper.
And the Hidden Monkey.
Oh, and Hidden Monkey. Yes, we can't forget Hidden Monkey.
Yeah.
If you don't know who that is, go back and watch our video from WrestleMania this last year, and you'll figure out who Hidden Monkey is.
But
that's all I will say on that one.
That was such a fun video. Like, I can't remember.
Oh, that was great.
Where we've just been goofy and we've had a bunch of people in, and he was popping out from behind the couch the whole time.
It was great. As I said, Hidden Monkey needs to appear in more videos when he can. Yes. He's fully invited to appear in any video.
Yeah. So while you're drinking there, I just want to say that I think we're going to try to do more Broshi videos more often, just because they're fun. We get to kick back and catch up.
We have fun with these, yeah. It'll be great when nobody's home because then I can sit out in the front room and record them and not in the bedroom. And have to worry about hitting the Pepsi sign behind me on accident. Doesn't hurt.
Oh, an adorable puppy bomb's okay.
Oh yeah. Libby bombs are perfectly okay. Those are perfectly fine. She's around here somewhere. She has appeared in a video, so she's allowed to appear. She's just not as bad as the cats. Cats almost knock things over. She don't do that. She just gives kisses.
Oh, no. Okay,
well, first thing we're going to talk about today is wrestling. We're going to talk WWE. We're not going to worry about AEW. And I have noticed since now officially the first show. Okay, well, we'll talk a little bit of the SmackDown past when Raw was pretty much written. So that first Raw after Mr. McMahon retired. Now, there's speculation he's still working behind the scenes, and people have already said, yeah, no, he's not. He's not pulling the strings. No, none of that crap. I mean, it does fit Vince's ego that he would do something like that, but yeah. But yeah, no, he's not. No, they're not. But I've noticed it even apparently in the SmackDown. They're not scripting the matches as much. They're letting them call it in the ring for people who can't do that.
I
So,
heard
like
that
Drew
happened with
McIntyre,
Drew and
Sheamus.
Sheamus. Yeah.
If you go back and watch that match, apparently they called that mostly in the ring. Explains a lot of things, but the biggest one that really showed Triple H fully in control was SummerSlam. You watched most of that. You saw the Corbin McAfee match, right? That really.
Oh my God. The only issue I saw, I heard they were having troubles with the ropes being too slippery. And when you go back and watch the show,
Oh yeah, they
you
did.
can definitely tell.
But that was not Triple H's fault. That was not the talent's fault.
It was humid.
I'd say, well, if you only want to blame somebody, blame the person's idea was to have that event outside in the baseball stadium. That's about the.
Yeah. It was in Nashville, and I believe it was really hot and humid that day. So they would have had to have taken a break and actually had someone with a towel come out there and wipe the ropes off.
Yeah. But no, what I was talking about, even with the commentary, if you listen to that commentary, they were throwing some shade at Vince. Bad.
I think Corey says to Michael Cole, I liked you better when you didn't have an opinion.
Yeah, that was great.
He said lots have changed. So
what's
you can
funny
definitely
about
tell.
that is technically Cole's actual position with the company, he is the VP in charge of commentators. That's his job. So whenever he's taking shit from like Michael Cole or Pat McAfee, which he doesn't really take much shit from McAfee. McAfee doesn't really give him much shit. But like whenever he's like with Cole and he's taking shit from him, he's told to do that. He's such a trooper. But no, what I was going to actually talk about was the stuff with Corbin. When Corbin pushes him in the head and pushes him down on the chair. First of all, if you look at Cole's face, Corey's face, he's like, what the fuck? Like, he didn't even see that shit. He didn't know that shit was going to happen.
Right.
With Vince, you wouldn't have seen something like that because Cole's not a wrestler by any means of the word.
No.
He's not. The few times he tried to get in the ring, we will not discuss.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, we just don't discuss that entire feud. But yeah, so him getting pushed, he's definitely on the list of do not, well, we will say this. On the Vince do not touch list. I don't know if Triple H is going to have a do not touch list, but Cole would definitely be on that list of people you wouldn't want touched.
Right.
Definitely.
Cole's taken a few spots though where he's like fallen into some people where he's caught. So I think it has to be set
this was him falling onto a chair, which he could hurt himself. It'd be one thing if he was falling and he hit Corey or something, where somebody's catching him.
Right.
But no, this was flat out thrown full force onto a chair. You could, if you hit your head wrong, hurt yourself. Now, yes, those commentary chairs are soft, but there's still could hurt himself.
Yeah, so you were talking about SummerSlam.
And let's not forget another one. Well, the return. One was a return. Well, two returns technically, as long as Bayley's been gone. But one returning to the company. Dakota Kai. Io Shirai. I will not call her Io Sky. I don't care what they want to call her now. She's still Io Shirai.
I thought they messed that up when they said Io Sky. I'm like, are they meaning to say Shirai?
No, apparently that's going to be her name on the main roster for some stupid reason. I don't know why. But Io Shirai does not count because she never technically forbiddenly left television. Her contract expired, but they could have renewed it and we didn't know about it. So that one I don't really count. Bayley is just returning from injury. Dakota Kai was the big one. Corey even acknowledged it on commentary that she was not signed to a contract that we knew of. He acknowledged it on commentary. Vince would never have let him say that.
No.
He would have just said, oh my God, Dakota Kai's back. And apparently I heard more into this. The group, I don't know if it was going to be these members, but this group had actually been pitched before Dakota Kai got released. And Vince said no. Triple H loved the idea. Vince said no. So what did Triple H do when he took over? He's like, I want to bring this group back. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to do it anyway.
They needed it, man. The women's division needed that kick. You know, with Becky, you could see where she landed on her shoulder and separated it. They needed these women to add to the roster. Yeah, did you see how she was holding her shoulder almost after every move, but it didn't look like a sell. It actually looked like something was going on. And then they announced it, she separated it. Oh. 3 more women to the roster. What do you think it does for the Raw women's division?
It helps. I mean, especially with that women's tag tournament starting, it definitely helps. I mean, it sucks they're not going to be on SmackDown, but maybe that's where they're going to put Sasha and Naomi when they come back, because they're definitely going to be back. The question is when. Now, as of right now, neither one are taking indie bookings, so they technically could be back anytime. And the only bookings they had was C2E2, which they had this last weekend.
Right.
So could they possibly be coming back on Friday? Maybe.
Would you bring them both back, or would you spread it out a little bit? If it was you deciding like what to do,
what their plans are. If their plans are to put them into a women's world title feud or something, spread them out. Well, first of all, Naomi, if they're going to separate them and not bring them up as a tag team and have them take out one of the tag teams, because right now they have one of the tag teams is even an NXT tag team. Why not have them take out one of those tag teams and you can say, yo, these are our titles. We're willing to fight for them in this tournament because we never got to defend them like we wanted to, and have them win the tournament. I'd be okay with that because they never should have lost those titles.
True.
They only lost them because they gave them up because Vince was being El Stupido, which Triple H is not. Yeah, I know I called Vince El Stupido.
No, I love it because we used to call your alter ego El Cheapo as like a wrestling gimmick where you could, instead of the $1 Million Man, you could be a wrestler that tries to save the other wrestlers money on screen. So your character could be called El Cheapo. And you could be sitting there and go, no, you do not want to buy the $20 hamburger. You want to buy the McDonald's $2 burger. But, okay, so I will say this to step in with the women's stuff. I think the benefit of having Triple H, he puts energy into everything, including the tag division. So I think by having Triple H doing creative, it's smart because he knows what the fans want. He himself is a fan. And so if you have the women's tag division, you add a different kind of match to show on the cards now. So I think the women's tag team division is going to actually
look what he's done with, look what Shawn Michaels and him have done with the women's tag division on NXT.
Mm-hmm. And also with John Laurinaitis being released.
Quietly released, apparently.
Yes. How do you think WWE will change in the next year with everything going on?
I could see, well, first of all, I could see more of an emphasis on the tag team divisions, both the men and the women. And I could also see wrestlers who Vince did not deem world champions, but Triple H does, getting world titles.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say names. I will say one being Finn Balor. I see within the next year, you're going to see Finn Balor hold a world title. I won't say it may not be a long reign, but he'll get one. But I'm not even done talking about changes I've seen so far. during the Miz Logan Paul match, when Tommaso Ciampa gets kicked out and then refuses to leave, when AJ came out and how he came out, yeah, that's total Triple H right there. Vince would never allowed AJ Styles to come out from the audience and hit him like he did. Vince just wouldn't have used that strategy. He would have had him come from the ring. He would have had to come from the entrance.
What? You're right. And I think Triple H is more open to different ideas. Like, let's have
that may have been AJ's idea. I don't know whose idea it was, but whoever idea it was a sick idea because you didn't see it. You hear his music, you're like, where is he? Where is he? And you don't see him come off camera until he hits Tommaso Ciampa right in the face.
I like that. It makes it more edgy and it feels more real whenever everything's not overproduced. We're always going to have him come down the ramp. Every now and then have somebody jump in from the crowd. It makes it feel like they actually let the wrestlers have a little bit of fun.
And then you had Dexter Lumis apparently return on Raw. Like, what the? That actually fits his character, though.
Yeah, it does.
Creepy the way they did that. Actually, and I have not fully watched Raw, but just see the recaps and stuff. I'm sorry, but that fits the Dexter Lumis character. That's another guy who never should have been released.
No,
Triple
never.
H, apparently, he's just going back to his NXT Rolex and being like, all right, who got released that shouldn't have gotten released?
Gargano is the next one I would like to see come back.
Oh, that one, I guarantee you, there's been conversations. He's another one. He has not returned to the ring yet. Now, with that, would you bring his wife in, too? Of course. You can't have Johnny Gargano without Candice LeRae.
She's another one that they never, I don't think they really used her that well. Do you?
No, she was there to enhance people. She was enhancement talent, mostly. But yeah. No. But again, she got released, but she also has not returned to the ring since giving birth. So that takes time, though.
Yeah, how long has she been gone? Do you remember exactly how long it's been?
I don't remember when her little one was born. But I could see her coming back in, let's say, Royal Rumble. I think that'd be about a year, which would be about...
I think Rumble, we're going to see a lot more returns than normal, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, I could... Yeah, that... if I was Triple H, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, okay, you know what we should do? We should hold off. Especially if they're going to give Sasha her one-on-one world title match where she actually wins it at Mania. I have a funny feeling that might have been part of the conversation between her and Triple H or her coming back. If she wanted her one-on-one world title match, and she deserves one. And she deserves to win it.
If I were to make a prediction now, I think it's going to be Bianca and Bayley at Mania for the Raw Women's title. But I could see Sasha going for SmackDown. The question is, who would the champion be at that point?
Right now, I'm going to say keep it on Liv. Because Sasha can work both heel and face. So we don't really need... So if they want to keep Liv a face, they could do that.
I heard she got booed on SmackDown.
She did get booed a little on SmackDown. But they did try to recover it the best they could.
Well, she's got what? Shayna coming up at that pay-per-view?
Yeah, at Clash of the Castle, which actually is a really cool name for that pay-per-view.
Dude, I can't wait for Roman and Drew. Oh, my God.
Well, apparently what they might be doing is it might end up being a triple threat match with Karrion Kross. I'd still be okay with that. Because I think what the plan is, because they want to split, because apparently USA is pissed because they don't have a world champion on their show. Not surprising. So they're going to want to split the world titles. And the best way to do that without using the money in the briefcase is put it into a match stipulation. Where like, okay, the first fall is for the WWE title. The second fall is for the Universal title. This way you could have Drew pin Karrion or Karrion pin Drew for the WWE title. So that way Roman doesn't take the pinfall, and then Roman still gets the pinfall for the Universal title, keeping his streak alive, but also separate the world titles.
That is a very smart idea. I would love to see that because Roman.
That'd be something Triple H would do.
Roman's past 700 days, and honestly, I don't see Roman dropping the title till Mania, maybe against Cody, if Cody can come back by Rumble. But we'll see.
But then the question is, okay, if they split the world titles, would Cody go for the Universal title, or would he go for the WWE title? Because he said the WWE title in his speech.
He did.
Title. He doesn't want the Universal.
But at the same time, I think Cody beating Roman would prove a point that he can be the top guy. I think Cody wants to beat the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he specifically called out the WWE title, so we don't know.
If they split it, if they do, we don't know if they will.
Yeah, if they did split it, Cody would probably go for the WWE title because, well, that's the one he wants.
If they split it, I see it happening before Rumble.
It seems to change colors every time it changes shows.
Yeah, I see him splitting the titles before Rumble just to make the Royal Rumble match that more important, much more important.
Exactly, and this idea would fit. Now, do I really see them putting the world title on Karrion Kross? Yes, I do. Triple H in charge? Yes, I do. Especially since they're seemingly going back to his NXT gimmick.
Karrion in the ring, dude, is just brutal.
He's great. It's just that gimmick they gave him.
It was weird.
It was weird. I didn't know what to call it. The Spartacus, Spartacus. Oh God, I'm trying to say this without.
Spartacus Luzicus.
Yeah, it was not.
It was bad.
Undefeated streak on NXT television, and then he loses to Jeff Hardy. That wasn't very smart. Vince being stupid again.
No, not unless you go down a route where you're going to use it to elevate the person that beats him. I'm okay with the streak ending if it makes sense. We won't get into some streaks that should never have ended. We'll save that for another time because I could go on and on all day about that.
Oh, you're talking about Undertaker's undefeated streak at Mania. Yeah, we will discuss that one in another video.
Because that was some bull.
Okay. We won't discuss it here, but that will be another talk. We do need to get on the other topic for today because we've already been talking 22 minutes about wrestling.
Oh, and we just scratched it. Well, I do want to say one more thing about wrestling before we move on.
Yeah.
That's the. I want to ask you this. Do you think that we are going to see more of the fun era instead of the reality era? Do you think we're going to see the wrestlers with them getting creative freedom? Do you think they're actually going to put on better matches because they're getting into how much fun they get to have?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. And with the right guys in charge, whoo, buddy, they could really have some fun. No, I'm not saying that Stephanie's not going to poke her head a little on the creative end. She probably will. But I called it before they even said it. As soon as I found out Vince was retiring, I knew that Triple H was going to take over creative. Yeah. Stephanie's always been better on the business end than the creative end.
Isn't she in with the women's creative, though? Isn't she like one of the head?
A little bit. She probably does help out and poke. As I said, she probably does poke in on that stuff. And will Triple H be in charge now? She may poke in more now because Triple H is in charge. He's going to be more open. He's already said, he already apparently had a meeting with the talent. And he said, if you want to discuss something, my office door is always open. And that sounds like Triple H. You're like, he truly means it. Like, Vince always said his door was open, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
You had to be close. From my understanding, Vince prioritized the people he was closest to. Not even if you were a good talent, if he didn't get along with you, he wasn't going to make you the first one to see him.
Like Undertaker could always go into his office. Roman, I'm pretty sure could. Cena could.
Aleister Black said he had to wait outside the office for like 7 or 8 hours one time.
Yeah, there we go. There's an example. Yeah, exactly. We're not. So yeah, he truly did not mean it. Now, how I have said about Triple H, he means it when he says his door is open.
Okay, so what else did you want to talk about?
All right, so we're gonna talk DC a little bit here
Okay.
about the whole Batgirl situation and the Flash movie situation.
Yeah, explain this to me because I heard a lot of people are mad about Batgirl. So what happened?
Okay, so what happened? Well, originally the Batgirl movie was always designed to be an HBO Max movie. Originally. And somehow it got into a theatrical release. Now, mind you, they only spent $90 million on this movie, so it wasn't even a high budget movie. And that includes with paying Michael Keaton's salary for this movie. So, whatever he was making on this movie, it wasn't that much.
No.
Okay, so it's all filmed. It was all ready to go, and they shoved it because of the merger between Warner Brothers and Discovery. They got this one-time crap tax loop where they could shelf this movie completely. Like it will never be shown to anybody at all. Apparently, besides the tax audiences have already seen it, and apparently it did not do good.
So it might be a good thing this was shelved.
Yeah, so they said that one of the reasons why they chose to shelf this movie is because it wasn't doing well with test audiences. And apparently, there was a Scooby-Doo animated movie that was also shelved. Now, again, they only spent $90 million on this movie. They were able to shelf it. The Flash movie, which everybody wants to be shelved, they can't shelve it. As much as Ezra Miller cannot behave himself for shit.
No, good lord.
No, this guy keeps getting
like, and he's such a good actor. I don't get it. He's so talented.
The funny thing was he didn't start getting into trouble, legal trouble, till after the Flash movie was filmed. Like, what the heck, dude? Why couldn't you be this problematic, like, in between Justice League and before the Flash movie started filming, so that way they could can your ass and bring somebody in for the Flash movie? Because now they can't do that because there's no way they would be able to, even if they wanted to swap out the actors, there'd be no way they could do it because they would have to get Michael Keaton back. If he shared anything screen time with Ben Affleck back, which apparently is not that hard to do anymore. We'll discuss that in a minute.
Race Rocky.
But yeah, get all the actors back to film new scenes. And that costs money. And they've already spent $200-something million. So more than likely, they're just going to release it. And apparently the movie's really good, too. So, yay. That's great. I'm going to watch it. I don't care if the actor's a piece of shit. I just hope they find a way to get rid of him.
Or if he calms down.
Yeah. Or if he can't. Well, no matter, with all his legal trouble, the studio's going to want to just cut ties with him. It's not like a Johnny Depp situation where his was not exactly founded. And we will not discuss my opinions on that whole situation.
No, let's not.
That has been discussed off camera. If you guys want to know my opinions on it, you can always, if you can find my Facebook account, you can message me on there, and I will gladly tell you my opinions on that situation, but I am not going to discuss it here.
No.
All I will say is I think the studio mishandled it.
Yes, and also when you order nachos, there needs to be more cheese and chili on it. It just isn't spread out enough. So
random. But okay, so that's enough of that. So pretty much that's what's going on there. More than likely, they are going to cast another actor to play the Flash, but they'll probably wait till whenever the Flash is supposed to show up again.
Yeah, but what happened with Batgirl? The show, did it get canceled?
Well, the movie's completely shelved.
Okay, the movie's shelved. What about the show?
We'll never see it.
They could do a Batgirl show?
That woman got shelved for a different reason.
Okay.
Canceled for a different reason. One, because Warner Discovery is selling the CW network. So they're going to want to get their shows off of that.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think Riverdale's not in that category because it's not technically DC.
They're only doing one more season, so they're probably
Yeah,
gonna let
same
it
with Flash.
out.
But that got canceled. Another reason apparently they got canceled is because they were renting the studio space and they didn't want to rent it no more. Like, what the first of all, why the fuck are you renting studio space? You got me into that one and you made me cuss. Good job, Billy.
You cuss all the damn time. Don't even pretend like you don't.
Oh,
we both do.
I cuss. I just try not to.
We tried to yell the F word about 10 times before we start a video. That's what we forgot to do that today. We forgot to yell the F word 10 times to get it out of our system.
No, you just said the wrong subject. That's all.
We just can't get the F out of our system. But
no, I try. I usually do good about not saying it, but you had to.
I did see a trailer for the next Shazam, and it looks really good.
Oh my God, yes, and Black Adam. Let's not forget that one.
Yes.
I like the way they're taking the Shazam character, though.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, because he's still a kid, technically, because, what, he was, how old would you say he was in the first movie? 14,
I
maybe?
haven't seen the first film. I still need to.
What the heck, man? Well, you're on HBO Max. I believe it's on there.
I think it is. I'll have to watch it. They are getting, HBO Max has announced, by the way, they're no longer going to have movies that are in theaters 30 days after its release. It's going to be a longer time period. That way movies actually have time to make more money. I think they were having a problem with a lot of people just waiting 30 days and not going to theaters.
Yeah.
So they're going to be getting more exclusive time theaters. The Elvis movie will not be released right away. It's gonna come on there, but they said it's going to be a little bit before Elvis
Hey,
comes
I
out.
already saw that in theaters. It was awesome.
Yeah, I was told a lot of the by some local people that the theater, they did not anticipate it, but a lot of the girls were going crazy over this kid. So they were all flocking the theater to come see Elvis shake it up. Let's just say that a few women are going to be checking into the Heartbreak Hotel. Here
okay,
soon.
so.
Oh, we need to do that. We need to do an HBO Max review sometime about the streaming service. Like once I have more time to explore it. But back to DC.
Yes.
So
by the way, to
you
answer
think
your
this,
question,
what's gonna happen with all this DC stuff?
well, they're in the process of trying to find their own version of Kevin Feige.
What about Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Feige, the guy at Marvel who's in charge of everything.
Right. Why don't they get Kevin Bacon doing it? That way they each have their own Kevin.
Funny, but no. They do have somebody on their books right now. He's a showrunner of a TV show, but he definitely knows his shit. Again, saying a word I'm not supposed to, but oh well.
That one's fine.
But and that is Jeff Johns. The guy's a comic book writer. He's written for TV shows. He's made comic book characters.
That's great.
And he's written movies before. So he's definitely a guy that knows the movie end. He knows the comic end. Definitely the right guy to have in charge. Now, back to my snag comment about Ben Affleck earlier.
Yes.
There's a reason for that comment. I don't know if it's new wifey or girlfriend or what, but okay, so late last year or after they did Justice League, you know how before
yeah.
No, you should watch the Snyder Cut of Justice League. So much better, by the way. But you're going to be sitting there for 4 hours, so good luck. But okay, so before Snyder Cut was a thing and all that, he said the Flash movie was going to be his last movie. Apparently, Ben Affleck boy lied. Because apparently he's coming back for the Aquaman 2. I don't know how much in that movie he's going to be, or if he's going to even wear the bat suit. He may have just appear as Bruce. But so apparently he's not completely done. Apparently he might still
he was. No offense to Ben Affleck. I like him as an actor, but it seems like every time he's in a superhero film, it just does not do very well.
Well, he's a lot better in Snyder Cut than he is in the original Justice League.
Oh, they didn't make him just a rich guy? Like, that's the thing I didn't like about that Batman was he was just rich. There was nothing else to him, really.
Well, yeah, they didn't really, as I said, they didn't really spart out the Batman character.
I have a question for you. Why would they bring Ben Affleck into the next Aquaman when they have Robert Pattinson's Batman now? Good Lord.
The Robert Pattinson Batman is technically not connected to DCEU.
That actually might save it. That might, because it was so
That's
good.
why.
It was such a good film.
No, Matt Reeves has no plans to cross his Batman over to, which I'm fine with that. Though I do have some requests. Okay, so the Batman takes place in, first of all, I think it was smart to have it take place in year 2. Year 3 or year 4 is when he's supposed to take a Robin. So that'd be around the time of the next film.
Yes.
I kind of hope they do a legit, comic accurate Dick Grayson Robin.
That would be good.
Because no offense to Batman Forever and no offense to both of these movies, but Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, their Robin was trash. No offense to the actor. Good actor.
You know, what you're saying there is right, and I wish that Joseph Gordon-Levitt would have picked up the Robin mantle. They kind of teased it in The Dark Knight Rises, but he never actually did it. I would have loved to have seen him because he's such a good actor.
Okay, I would not have minded him. He would technically have had to take on the Nightwing mantle, not Robin. He was too old.
That's true.
Now, I don't mind if they age up Robin a little bit because of how fast they're going to have to go through these movies anyways. If they're going to do a quickened pace like they do most time with these movies, I don't know if they are.
I think it's the plan, right? A trilogy?
Yeah, I think a trilogy as of right now. It could end up being more movies, but trilogy ends up right now.
I know who could play Robin.
I don't know how long are going to be in between films and how many years are supposedly going to pass. Because Robin is supposed to be 9 or 10 when he first joins up with Bruce. I would not mind if they want to do a quickened thing because, they don't want the kid to age up too fast, making him about 14 or 15.
Damn, there goes my idea.
There would be some fans that would probably be upset about that. I would not be terribly upset if they aged him up a little bit,
Yeah, darn it, you got rid of my idea. You got rid of my idea, though. I was going to have Danny DeVito play Robin.
No, definitely not. Way too old. Way too old.
Okay, I don't know any
Maybe
actors.
He could play the Robin in the Joker universe because that thing's already destroyed of Batman time continuity anyway, so you might as well have a little bit more fun with it.
What if they do something where they talk about Robin, about his past, and then we meet, like you said, a 14 or 15-year-old Robin? That would actually be a good idea.
Yeah, depending on how many years are going to pass between films, they could easily have Dick Grayson about 14 or 15. Because what it worries me about 9 or 10, if they bring him in, at his comic book age, when they're supposed to, is that going to look bad? How is that going to look in this society we have today? Is somebody going to flip out?
Yeah. It wouldn't bother me, but this is a much darker
It wouldn't bother me
Batman.
because it's accurate, but somebody might get upset.
Well, so, like I said, it wouldn't bother me.
15, a teenager.
A 9 or 10-year-old wouldn't bother me, except for the fact of how dark this Batman universe is. They do need to be, I think, an older teenager to be able to handle kind of the stuff that's getting thrown at them. So I do agree with you. It would be taken better if it was a lighter Batman, but this is a much darker Batman universe.
The Robin character could still work in this universe, even at his proper age. But because it's not exactly a light story, he watched his parents get murdered right in front of him. Come on. Look what Titans did with his story. They made him pretty dark too. If you haven't ever watched Titans, it's on Disney. It's on HBO Max. I suggest you watching it because it's awesome.
There's a lot of Batman stuff
by the end of this year. Yay! What?
I was looking at HBO Max the other day. There's so many Batman animated things on there. There's tons of them. There's the Dark Knight. There's like a lot of different stuff. So yeah, I would say if you did it right, you could do someone that young. I just think that on set they would have to have a lot of like things to help the kid not get like traumatized by what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely had to be. You definitely would have to find the right actor.
By the way, if they did do a Harley Quinn, I don't think they will. I think they're actually going to go towards less known villains. I would love to see in this dark world. I would have loved to have seen Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn because she would fit in with this Batman perfectly. Her and Catwoman fighting would work perfectly. You know what I mean? Just because she plays that role.
They could always
so
do
well.
that. They could always bring her
True.
in.
I would love to see
Well,
that.
we already
Zoe
have.
Kravitz against Margot Robbie. Could you imagine how awesome that fight would be with how like talented they are? Oh my
Oh,
god.
geez, yes. But yeah, but I was just gonna say, they could always bring, because we already have our Joker.
Yes.
So but he's not full-fledged Joker yet. He's kind of like they're doing the same thing they are with.
You heard his voice, but you didn't actually see him.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if he's full-on Joker, or if he's still working up to becoming Joker, kind of like how Penguin was, or how Riddler was. He wasn't even full-on Riddler yet. So maybe the next time we see him, he's in his suit and hat and looks all jokery.
They actually made me like Riddler.
Sorry, not jokery, Ridderly.
They
like
actually
the way
made
they
me
did
like
him.
Riddler. I don't like Riddler as a character, especially in the games. He's just annoying. But in the show Gotham, they had a good Riddler. In this film, they had a really good Riddler. So
But he
they're
was
making
not
me actually
officially
like
Riddler yet. He was a proto Riddler. Brian didn't like how he wasn't in the typical Riddler outfit. And I'm like, he's not full on Riddler yet. So I liked the Zodiac
He had
Killer.
that question mark, I believe, on his like jacket. He had like a jacket, but it's meant to be darker. I like the mask he had.
Yeah, the Zodiac Killer look was cool. I liked it. It worked very well in this film. Now, next time we see him, I would like to see him in a more of a Joker like a Riddler. I keep saying Joker, damn it. A Riddler like outfit. I would like to see that next time we see him, whenever that is.
Speaking of that, they did a good job with the actual riddles in the film, making Batman a detective.
Oh yeah, that was one of Matt Reeves' goals, was the detective noir. That's what I loved about this film. Was yes, Batman still beat the shit out of people, but the detective noir of the film, that was what I really, really enjoyed. Because that's something we've never seen in a Batman movie, really. No, he's always it's just been always comic booky. And the thing is, with the Batman character, one of his biggest things is he is the world's greatest detective. And I hope the next movie they keep that going. Whoever the villain ends up being, I still hope they keep that detective noir style.
I would say my two favorite Batman films is between this and Dark Knight, but I have to, for different reasons. Obviously, is Heath Ledger's final, but I would still say, in a different way, they both did different things. I actually enjoyed the Batman more overall because I felt like they weren't rushing anything. It felt like it actually had a good pace to it.
And I loved seeing the twins. They were so much. The guys that kept getting beat up by Batman, Catwoman, and everybody else. The funny was, I know those actors, and they're actually really good with that kind of stuff and getting beat up. Unfortunately, they were both on Teen Wolf as the twins. Aiden and Ethan. And
probably in the credits, it always says guy that gets beat up number 5 or something like that.
No, they actually had comic book names and everything, and even though they weren't used. But yeah, it's cool. But no, they were actually like main characters on Teen Wolf. It was cool.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I would say this Batman film is about as close as you're going to get to what I would call an almost, not quite, but almost a perfect Batman film. To
Yes,
me, like
it
what
doesn't.
I would want. I like a little bit edgier stuff. So Batman,
No,
do
it
you
was
think they're gonna like?
I'd like to see. I can't wait to see the sequel because I want to see what the heck he's gonna do with it. Because this movie was basically spot on. Because now
Yeah,
one of
and
the
they've talked
biggest
about wanting
things
to bring in. Go ahead. Sir.
was Bruce learning that he needs. Because at the start of the film, he knows nothing about being Bruce Wayne. He don't give a flying crap about Wayne Enterprises. That's giving him somewhere to grow to where he doesn't end up being like I complain about the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, especially Dark Knight Rises, where they turn Bruce Wayne, and I don't blame Christian Bale for this, because he redeemed himself when he played Gore the God Butcher. We'll say that. That's the only thing I will say about that. If you want to know my opinions on that, go back and watch my review of that movie. Please, that video needs some help anyways. But yeah, but as I was saying, they turn his Bruce Wayne into such a whining little bitch boy. And he's not supposed to be a whining little bitch boy. Like he's almost
No.
a perfect Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins.
Yes.
And then he downgrades throughout the series. Like, no. There's a reason why Bruce Wayne behaves the way he does. It's to hide the fact that he's Batman, because you don't think, hey, there's no way that guy could be Batman. You know, everybody would think, oh, hey, who's got the money that could pull this person off? Bruce Wayne does. And then they could go, nah, he's out every other week, every other night with a different honey. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
So there's no way he's got time to be
There's
Batman.
no way he can do it. Yeah, he doesn't have time for that. He's
exactly.
too busy going out on dinner dates. He doesn't have time to be a hero. I did hear they're wanting to do lesser done villains, including one of my favorites, the Mad Hatter. How do you think they would do an interpretation of the Mad Hatter?
I would like that they're going and doing villains that haven't been done as much. Of course, you know Joker's gonna be in there.
But how do you think they would do Mad Hatter in this role?
Well, if you do Mad Hatter, you got to do Alice. So it'd be interesting.
In the games, Mad Hatter was really cool. I remember fighting him, and he was one of my favorite villains to go up against because he was different. They've talked about a few different villains. I forget all of them, but I'm just glad that they didn't.
Another one that's been teased by now it's one that's been done before, but not as much. Another one they're teasing is Mr. Freeze. Yes, 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 yes. But I do want them to use the Batman and Robin origin, which is the Batman animated series origin, which is the best origin for him. Which is basically the staple origin for him now, if you know what I mean.
I'm more familiar with how they did the game with him, which I really liked, where his wife is ill and he's trying to find a cure for her, and he's not actually a villain, but Batman's actually trying to help him at one point and find a cure for Nora. Love that.
Once he finds out what's actually going on, yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Freeze is one of those, he's not really a bad guy, he's just in a bad situation.
Yeah, bad situation, not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yes, he's desperate. There we go.
He would be a good one. I think it would be interesting to see how they would do his character in this film universe.
Yes.
Joker,
and
obviously
he needs to
popular.
Be redeemed on film after Batman and Robin.
You know what I would do? I would do Mr. Freeze in this next one, or maybe do Joker first because you've already hinted at him, and then do Freeze in the third one. That way you're not introducing too many new villains at once. Maybe you could do something like that.
Well, when I hear the Joker, they're going to do him in an Arkham Asylum TV show. And maybe eventually third. What? No, I think that's one they're still doing. See, it's hard to keep track of which ones they're still doing, which ones they aren't. I think that one's still on the books. I think the one they canceled was the GCPD one.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I think. And then they still got the Green Lantern core TV show that's supposed to be happening. Haven't heard any filming dates or anything for that. I haven't heard the filming dates for half this stuff they've announced that it's supposedly coming.
I guess they have a 10-year plan for the DC movies and shows.
Now. Yeah, finally. Now that's a good steaming point to turn into our next topic, which is Marvel.
Yes.
Gotta throw some Marvel in here. We gotta talk some Marvel. We gotta talk.
Yeah.
Well, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
The next film.
One a year is one person is going to take over being King of Wakanda, and one person is going to take over Black Panther. I'm okay with that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And apparently, Nakia, the girlfriend from the last movie, well, girlfriend or friend or extra girly friend. Oh God, I'm terrible. I should leave those jokes to Viper. He does those better. But she's going to be pregnant with T'Challa's child in this one, and eventually that kid is going to, after a few years, supposedly going to take over the mantle of Black Panther, and I'd be okay with that. If that's the route they're going to go with.
Sure how they were going to do that. If I was hoping his sister was going to be Black Panther in this next one.
That's the rumor I hear.
Because she's so talented as an actress.
If you watch the trailer, because they show up.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
But basically a butt picture of one, the new Black Panther suit, and two, who's in it. And I'm like, that's a total female body. That's got to be the sister. Which I'm cool with that. That's the one I would want to take over. I'd rather she take over as Queen of Wakanda as well, but who they got as king makes sense. And I'm cool with that. Which is M'Baku.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
That drops November, I want to say 11th was the release date on that.
No, I think it's like
I thought it was November 11th, but I might be wrong on that.
I will look it up.
Because that's the final Marvel film of the year, but there's also some more shows coming out this year.
Oh, yeah. Because we still got She-Hulk, which comes out, starts next week.
Yep.
You know what? We might as well look up the whole slate, the whole schedule, and read the whole schedule off.
Yeah, I was pretty sure Wakanda Forever was, though, November 11th, but that was last I heard.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That'll be the final film of this year, which there's been a lot. The only film I still need to go back and watch is The Eternals. That's the only MCU film I have not seen. I've seen every other MCU film besides that. So I definitely need to catch up on Eternals. But while he's looking that up, I'm going to tell you guys, it's been exciting how much Marvel has grown from where it started in 2008. We've come a long ways from now. We're past the Infinity Saga, and they've been announcing future projects. And it sounds really cool for the movie part of it, at least. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the MCU. You find anything?
Hold on. There we go. I think this will work. I think. Yes, this will work nicely. Now, have you fully... So we got I Am Groot, which were released today.
Okay.
It's short films starring Groot. Do you really have to know more?
I'm Groot.
Hold on, I got to take a phone call. So I'm going to have to mute here a second. Hello?
Okay, so he's taking a call.
Yeah.
And we'll continue the video here. So, guys, MCU Groot show should be pretty good. We'll learn a little bit more about the Groot character. Maybe we'll actually figure out what he's talking about besides Rocket constantly translating for him. He's over there talking about what kind of food he's probably going to eat tonight or something like that. So we'll let him take care of that conversation. Right now, he's talking about bubble baths and getting all foamy and everything, and seeing the bubbles rise. Maybe some fart bubbles in there. Hopefully not. But yeah. So we got the Groot show coming out. The Black Panther film should be really good. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. So yeah, just a lot of stuff coming out, and he's going to be giving us the official list here in a second.
Hello,
Okay.
everybody. Sorry about that. You guys had to see me take that phone call. That was the hospital checking on me because of my procedure I had done yesterday. We don't need to discuss that.
Okay.
If you all seriously want to know about that, again, private message me. I will gladly tell you. Okay, so we got the
go ahead.
show, which is supposed to be, it's nothing crazy. It's just nothing but shorts. So it's probably just going to take you like 30 minutes out of your time.
Okay.
I will check it out. I'll probably maybe watch it this weekend after I catch up on some wrestling. Because I need to catch up on some wrestling. I'm behind, which is not good. I know. Technically, you're more behind than I am, but we won't discuss that. And then next Wednesday is where things are going to get exciting, for me at least, which is She-Hulk Attorney at Law. I cannot wait for She-Hulk. I was a huge fan of the She-Hulk. I've always been a huge fan of the She-Hulk character.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay. This film is exciting. And She-Hulk's very different from her cousin. So that comes out 17th. Good, I'll be laid up in bed that day, so that's a perfect day to watch it. Kidding. All right, and then Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We could almost watch that for our birthdays. November 11th. Because his is the 17th and mine's the 22nd. We need to talk more about that, but we'll talk that not recording.
Yeah, I have some ideas too.
Of course we do. All right.
They involve blowing up stuff. We'll discuss that later.
Now, Phase 5 starts with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Which is February 17th. I'm still annoyed at Shang-Chi and the Legends of Ten Rings. How they had Wong come get Shang-Chi. I'm like, hold on, they're in San Francisco. Why the heck would they not just have Ant-Man come get them? That would have made more damn sense.
Wong's getting busier.
Yeah, apparently Wong's going to be the new Nick Fury for a while, showing up in everybody's shit. He's supposed to show up he's supposed to show up. He showed up in Shang-Chi. He was in... he did appear in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Well, we'll see if you're right or wrong about that, but...
He did appear, and he is going to appear in She-Hulk Attorney at Law. But not everybody's excited about that. Everybody's excited about Daredevil.
Yeah.
Okay, I know, I'm excited about Daredevil. But let me keep going the rest of the schedule. So Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, can't wait for that. Then Guardians 3 on May 5th.
Ooh, I think someone's dying. In that one.
Oh, yeah, somebody's not going to make it. And I have a funny feeling it's going to be Rocket, which is going to be very sad.
Guardians, they're saying, so this is probably it for them.
With this roster. So some of them may come back, some of them may not.
I hope they come back in at least Avengers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then our first Disney Plus series for the year for Marvel will be Secret Invasions.
Yes. I can't wait.
Which is spring 2023. That's going to be awesome.
Yes.
And it looks like it is going to be more comic booky than we expected.
That's okay.
We're okay with that. And then the next one is Captain Marvel, The Marvels, Captain Marvel 2. July 28th, 2023. Well, they will pay off the closing credit scene from Ms. Marvel. If you haven't watched Ms. Marvel yet, you need to go back and watch that. That show is awesome. You've seen it, right?
No, I have not.
You need to. I highly recommend. You learn a lot about Pakistani culture and Ms. Marvel herself. Because apparently, even though in the comics she's an Inhuman, they originally wanted her to be a mutant.
Gotcha.
But because of legal rights or whatever, they couldn't. But now, for the MCU, they can. So I'm like, I'm cool with that. All right, the next Disney Plus series for the year will be Loki, which is summer 2023.
Yeah, season 2,
Loki
baby.
season 2. I can't wait. I will be watching that every week.
That I would say is my favorite
religiously.
show that I've watched so far, for sure, Loki.
I don't care about my work schedule or whatnot. I will make sure I watch it. Ironheart, and then in the fall we get Ironheart.
Yep.
Which I'm down with that. And Blade, November 3rd next year. Yes. Blade is going to be awesome. And then Agatha Harkness, Coven of Chaos will be next winter into 2024. Oh, but the one that's got me really excited. Now, this will be the longest Disney Plus show.
Is this the 18 episode one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Daredevil.
Now, for some reason on this list, Echo is not on this list, but Echo is supposed to come out before Daredevil Born Again. So, sometime in the next year, Echo is supposed to come out, because Echo is supposed to come out first.
Then Daredevil.
I'll try to find that information out. Hold on. And then we got Captain America. What?
Yeah, go ahead. Captain America?
New World Order. Yeah, I know, right?
We're getting pretty edgy, man.
Which will be May 3rd, 2024. I have no idea what the story of this movie is going to be, but it's going to be interesting.
Or live.
And it's definitely going to be setting up the next movie in Marvel Phase 5, which is Thunderbolts. That'll be exciting. That'll be interesting.
I heard it'll be shocking.
Maybe that's when we'll finally get the return of Betty Ross finally as a Hulk. I'd be okay with that. And then next year, now they haven't announced the Disney Plus shows past Daredevil, ironically enough. But the next movie up is Fantastic Four, which is November 8th, 2024.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, no. The next two I'm looking forward to, but Fantastic Four, yes. And then Avengers King Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars are going to be back-to-back. One is May 2nd, and then November 7th, 2025.
They have confirmed the Russo brothers will not be directing these.
Yes, neither one will be directed by the Russo brothers. They did already say who's directing King Dynasty, which is the director from Shang-Chi. I don't remember his name, sorry.
Yeah, that was a good film. I'm excited now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're welcome. I haven't heard who's going to do Secret Wars yet.
It's a secret.
Or they just haven't locked down their contract yet, so that's why they haven't done it.
I think they're keeping it hush-hush. You know who it could be is Vince Russo.
I could?
I'm kidding. No. I'm kidding. He's an idiot.
No. I caught your reference.
We don't know.
No.
But, I would like
Bad
to see
Billy.
Huh?
Bad Billy. We don't bring up Vince Russo.
He's an idiot.
Yes.
Hey, let me get Jim Cornette on the phone, see what he thinks of Vince Russo. Get him on here on the show one time.
Yeah, let's not.
I think we should interview Jim Cornette.
Oh, if we ever could, heck yes, that'd be awesome. I mean, I'd like to be some other less prerogative people.
What? Cornette is very family friendly.
No, he definitely is not.
We'll ask him about Omega too. What's Echo?
There we
go. What did you find out?
There we go. Echo is supposed to be out summer 2023. So summer next year.
Echo from your end?
Really? But yeah, so, and of course, Daredevil is supposed to appear in there, and so is Kingpin.
Ooh. Yeah, Kingpin's a really good villain. I actually am looking forward to that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
We've already been talking over an hour, and I'm sure that's going to be a long enough video for everybody. So we'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me stop this first. We will catch you guys later. We'll try to do one of these once a week, but we'll see.